Rod, I guess, says, hey, I'm new here, and I'm trying to start an agency to sell local SEO. My plan is to sell an initial package with Onpage SEO and an SEO Shield for the first month. After that, I'm struggling with what I should sell them for SEO. I don't want to just sell them some random backlink package like most other agencies. I want to help get my clients great results and be a regular customer so I can make this my main income. Well, yeah, and that's really the goal, would be to, put a client on a retainer, or you could do, performance-based stuff, lead gen, or a hybrid where you're kind of charging a monthly retainer, but then you also get a percentage of sales or equity or profits. There's a number of different ways you can structure an arrangement, an agreement. But when it comes to like traditional SEO retainer model, there's a lot of things that it's not just about backlinks, but content marketing is a big part of it. So, publishing blog posts, GMB posts, press releases, which can also be considered off page, but it's both on page and off page, right? Content marketing and off page link building. So, there's just a number of things that you can do. You can constantly expand the entity footprint, which is what we teach in Syndication Academy, right? Just the SEO Shield, and then building links to that, expanding content, adding depth to the silos. There's just so much, it'll make your head spin that you can do. Something like that, if you're looking to start an agency and make that your full-time income, I would highly recommend, as soon as you're able, to come join the Semantic Mastery Mastermind, because that is precisely what that is about. It's about more than just SEO. It's about how to build a business around it. So that would be my suggestion. Marco, you want to comment?
There's so many things that you can offer. Like, I can't begin to list them all. How about offering them some content? How about offering them, if they're local, GMB optimization? How about offering them content through the GMB? So you add images, you add posts, you optimize the GMB. How about an extension of the footprint, Syndication Academy, where you're constantly adding new profiles into the existing syndication network? How about optimization, where to me, optimization never ends. It's not as if you do it
Sure.
1 month and that's it. If you're constantly producing content, it constantly needs to be optimized. It constantly needs to be worked on. Schema, how about schema? Offering them, learning what schema is, how it can benefit you, and then offering it to your client. Press releases, then link building to it all, then embeds in link building. But to me, sell it in a way where you're just not selling things, where you're just not selling your activity. Sell results. Look, what I'm going to do for you is I'm going to make you money. You make money, I make money, we both win. Learn how to do that. Learn how to get results, and then go in there with such confidence that you can charge anything you want, and they're going to pay you, because you're going to be able to show results. I can take people into my analytics, my search console, and my insights, and show them, this is what I can do for you. Do you want it? No? Well, next person does. So it becomes really, it fills itself. Your pipeline, your client pipeline fills itself, because people will know you can get results. So there are so many things in this SEO thing where you could do branding, and you can do now when you're working on the brand, showing the brand, amplifying the brand, working on the entity. It just gets ridiculous. Maybe we should come up with a PDF that people can go and grab on the different services that can be offered. Not just because SEO, search engine optimization, then becomes meaningless, because that's not what you do. You get results, and how you get results is by doing all of these different things, and then you can offer maybe a package. But it should all be just, look, you give me, I'm just going to throw a figure out there, $3,000 a month, and I'm going to get you results. And the client is going to pay you the $3,000 because they know you're going to get results. You're going to get them calls. You're going to make them money. And so when you learn to do that, and the only way is by getting in a group where you have professionals like you who want to get results and who will help each other get results. When you get in a group like that and you're shown what's working right now and what will work into the future and what has always worked, that's when it becomes magic, and you can really go and take on anything you want and win.
Yeah, I've recently
just jamming in here quickly. he might be overwhelmed by all the selection. I don't know if I'm interpreting that, because he says like, I'm struggling with what I should sell them for SEO. He might be overwhelmed with all the options because he's starting out. So he's maybe looking for something simple he can just upsell them for months 2 or 3 or something like that. But I might be interpreting it wrong.
Yeah, then that would be perfect for like GMB Posting Service at MGYB. Is that out of beta yet?
Say that again?
The GMB Posting Service at MGYB, is that out of beta yet?
No, it's being added to the back end, but it will be offered soon.
Okay. Yeah, because that, to reply to, or to Chris's point, I should say, that would be something that would be simple to fulfill on your part, because it's not you actually fulfilling it. We would be doing it for you. But like that's just an example. On-page SEO, which could be on-page SEO for the like, for example, what I'm doing for my tree care agent, my tree service agency, a marketing agency that I just I've been working on for about 6 months now, is I'm focusing purely on GMB stuff. Like if a client, even if they have a self-hosted website, then that is, if they want me to do anything to their self-hosted website, that's a completely a new conversation. That's an upsell. That's an add-on, because I am pitching my lead-in service as GMB optimization and getting their maps, their GMB profile to rank, to produce leads for them. And so I'm doing everything in the GMB ecosystem, and I'm not even touching their website. In fact, I don't even link to their website in the GMB right now. I've got a couple of clients that it's interesting, but they have their own website, but I'm not even linking to it, because I'm doing everything. I'm building all the tier 1 entity assets with the SEO Shield and all that, and I'm doing everything in the Google ecosystem. And so what I'm saying is, you could do purely GMB stuff. That's just an example. But you could do on-page optimization, where you're producing the content for the GMB website and then optimizing it, doing all the GMB posts, like Marco said. You could be doing, optimization for the SEO Shield stuff. And then you could hire us or MGYB to do GMB posting, which would be a monthly service that you would just mark it up, double it, triple it, whatever it is you're going to do. And then that would just be monthly revenue that would come in from the results, the activity that you are able to provide, that we would actually be doing the fulfillment for, if that makes sense. So that's something easy that you could do. Something else that I've recently started doing through my, I've been doing a lot of prospecting for tree contractors, and something that I've found, which is a pretty cool kind of hybrid model that I just had 2 people sign up within the last, well, it's been about 6 weeks now, but then I'm kind of experimenting with a new model, which is I created an app in Go High Level, for tree contractors that helps them to manage leads. It's essentially a lead and sales pipeline for tree contractors that manages quote requests, jobs, and that sort of thing. So it's 5 stages in the pipeline. Anyways, it's just, I developed it inside of High Level. And what I've been doing is offering a kind of a hybrid model to tree contractors that don't necessarily want to hire me to do like on a traditional retainer basis. So what I've been doing is saying, okay, look, I'll tell you what, I'll work on your assets at my expense, but you give me 10% of any of the jobs that close. And in order for me to be able to track the leads that I generate through your assets, you have to subscribe. You have to subscribe to my app, and use my app, because then all of the leads and everything are always going into the app. So everything can be tracked. I can always see what stage the lead is in, whether it's an estimate, proposal, pending, or the job's been scheduled or job's been completed. And so I'm actually selling them on using my app, and they have to subscribe at $200 a month to use my app. But they get the optimization and everything done for free. But then every job that goes through the app that gets closed, I get 10% of that. And it seems to be a pretty cool kind of hybrid model, because it's a very, very low, commitment for them. And they're only paying for leads that generate money for them, if that makes sense. And then that's how I get compensated. So it's a performance-based kind of, I don't mean to confuse you. I'm just trying to say, you can get creative with different ways to kind of create the traditional like retainer model, I think is kind of becoming more difficult to sell, at least in the industry I'm in, it is. So I've had to come up with some creative ways to make what I have to offer attractive. And that was just one of a few different ways that I'm testing right now. So any follow-up comments on that before we move on?
Yeah, I mean, when you're in a group with a bunch of people, agency owners and professionals who work at this, who make this their calling, it's their job, they're entrepreneurs, they're business owners. You can even offer, for example, if you don't have to know web design to offer it, because you'll have people who are experienced at it, and you just mark it up, or you get charge a finder's fee. Look, I got a client who needs web design. I know who to go to, and he'll give me a quote, and then I'll go back and say, okay, I want this much. I also know another woman who does it, who I can reach out to, if it's something at a lower price point. So it depends on what I need. I have the developers. I have all of these people that I can reach out to. Graphics, if I need graphics. So there are so many things that you can offer. It becomes ridiculous. You will have this menu, this wide-ranging menu of things and options that you can upsell a customer on over the life span of that customer.